Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton Daily Life. It's a relaxed one because Everton got Stuttgart tomorrow. It's Friday. And we just thought we'd have a chat here. What are we hoping? We sat here a week ago and we talked about wanting to see a better performance, Ped, and goals, Everton attacking and goals. And in all fairness, that's sort of what we got in Hamburg last week. It was a better display.
Yeah.
And Everton could have ended up with 4 or 5 goals last week and did the bar. Keepers made a really good save from Tierno Barry. Jake O'Brien possibly should have scored in the first few minutes with the header. Yeah. So I thought it was a good game and a better performance.
Probably just a bit more refined and obviously integrating Norgard and Iliman Ndiaye.
Norgard's not going to be involved, so no integration. He's not gone to Germany. Just some news there, sorry.
I heard he was on the ferry.
No. He might be on a ferry, he's not going to Germany. He's at Finch Farm.
Had me spies out.
Doing his work. But...
No, I'd like... Well, obviously, Iliman Ndiaye integrated back into the team.
How long do you expect him to play? Because he came back at his testing and then all of a sudden was right at it, wasn't he? So what, a half, maybe? Yeah.
Maybe. Which I think, you know, it'll give everyone... It'll buoy everyone up a little bit. I want to see him back.
And he makes Everton a better team, doesn't he, when he's in it?
Yeah, I suppose just a tighter performance. A bit more tighter. And what we don't want to see. Hear me out.
We lasted 2 minutes.
No, we don't want to see Jake O'Brien play right back, do we? That's what we don't want to see.
I got the feeling he'll be very disappointed.
I know, but it's not. It's taking the piss now. We you know. Let's have someone who might be starting right back on the first day. And don't say Jake O'Brien, because it shouldn't be Jake O'Brien. No. There's been a decree from high up that he shouldn't be the right back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So no, that's what I'd like to see, and obviously, yeah, be interesting to see the midfield. The midfield be interesting because I think whoever's playing in midfield knows they're fighting for their place, because personally I think the starting midfield 3 is going to be, if the season is going to be Norgard, not the starting day of the season, but James Garner and Dewsbury Hall, and everyone else is fighting. So therefore, those players have got to start making a mark and showing the manager, you know, not that situation we had last year where it was like you might get a chance in the second round of the Carabao Cup. These are the games where like Tierno Barry, Hackney, Harrison Armstrong, they've all got to be making a statement, I think, to say, no, we can be in there, and maybe one of us can take James Garner's place first game of the season, and maybe one of us, you know, regardless of what the other players are doing. Carlos Alcaraz as well.
Well, one sort of, we'll come to you now, Zach, but one sort of name that you, this is live, Liam Dunn, one sort of name that you missed out there has been Everton's player of the pre-season so far.
Neil Moser playing on the right.
What I'm going to say is he started the first 3 games as right back. Yeah. Then last week he was right wing. Yeah, then we're in centre mid. It's like and Everton are still. I am going to die on that hill. Everton will 100% sign a right back this window. I'm going for it. I might look very stupid.
Well, no, me just on that. Me and James had this conversation last night, and the simple fact is Everton have got a week and a half or whatever, no, just under 2 weeks to sign one. And if they don't sign one, they'll just go back to Celtic and sign Lars Johnson, because whatever happens, Celtic are just trying to make him stay till that Champions League game. Well, because if they go out in that Champions League game, their season is done. They're going to need the money, and they're going to need the money. But they'll sell him regardless, because they don't care then. Then they've got the Champions League money. So they won't be bothered. They know they can replace him with someone who, okay, might be as good as him, but will be as good for them. So regardless, Everton have got 2 weeks to farm on, and if they don't, I imagine they'll go back for Alisson Johnson. I think Celtic are just holding out because they're desperate for those 2 players to play in the Champions League. I mean, it doesn't really help us, but I think that's what'll happen.
Okay. I mean, like I said yesterday, if Alistair Johnston was high on Everton's list, Alistair Johnson would be playing in Germany for Everton tomorrow.
I don't think he's particularly...
I just think he's almost the bird in the hand, Alistair Johnson.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the backup.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a case of...
That's how my reading of it anyway. Zach, I mean, he played Jake O'Brien at right back last week. if it is, if Everton have got any sort of issues with getting a right back, and should he just stick to Mail and Roll at right back? Because Jake O'Brien, we even had the Prime Minister saying it yesterday in an interview that he doesn't want to see Jake O'Brien at right back. So, I mean, should Everton just say it's Mail and Roll at right back until we get one, or is that being unfair on Roll, who obviously wants to play in midfield?
Well, we could do that, or we could just throw a 3 at the back on the go.
Like he did at Bolton.
Yeah, just go Brownthwaite, Saki, O'Brien, 3 at the back. You've got nothing to lose. Unless he's trying to prepare for the season as in shape-wise, then yeah, keep it as how we're going to play in the season. But it's just we've still got another 2 after this. If we got time to buy a right back, I think for now, go 3 at the back.
Well, what about people who would say, well, there is a right back in the squad, and he just got us international, he played in the World Cup, so why aren't we playing him at right back?
It's just, he's just stubborn. It's unrealistic for him to play Patterson there, because he's got favourites, and it's very simple. You can see he has favourites, he picks the same players, and he's got some sort of bias against Patterson, so he won't play.
I mean, Ped, should he play him?
No.
Okay.
I want to. No, because I want a bomb squad.
Yeah, no.
I think we're in that position now where I think, for me, I think you should have someone play. I think Mail and Roll will play right midfield, because I think that's where Mail and Roll will start the season. I think he'll start right.
What about Njai?
Depending on if Njai. It's a week and a half.
Well, hang on. Let me just. Go on. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what I'm saying is, imagine if.
I think Njai starts on the left when the season starts.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
I think he'll start on the left.
I don't think
he'll start that way. You've just said, Zach. It's Moyes.
Yeah.
I think he'll start on the left, and I think Mail and Roll will start on the right. And I think maybe, all right, Jake's a placeholder, maybe, or whoever comes in, and the 2 centre backs are going to be Toffee and Brandthwaite. I think that's
they are going to start.
That's who's going to start.
That's where Njai was when he scored the screamer against Chelsea.
No, and Illy has played a lot on the left, of course he has.
It's not
and it's easy for him.
I think he's better on him.
I disagree.
I think he's more. I just don't think he's. I think he prefers cutting inside.
No, he might prefer it, but what's good for the team, I think, is him.
I just think
he is good.
But Grealish, if Grealish does come back,
Grealish won't be signed by them.
He won't be done. He won't be done.
On holiday.
Yeah, he won't be training, isn't he?
I think Malin will start on the right.
Yeah,
and I think that Jake probably will start tomorrow, but it might just be a placeholder for somebody else. And I get that. Yeah. But I think now we should be weeding them out. Like, we're getting players back, and if we're signing players, I think we have to start weeding players. I don't think you can keep on going. You're going to play. And I think that means Patterson. I think that means Timmy Abunum, Dwight McNeil. I mean, I'm sure there's others, but I just think we need to just start looking at life without them, because we talked about this whole last season. Like, when McNeil came back for the Sunderland game, you're like, what are you doing? How is that? Seamus, the last game of the season, what are you doing? Put someone else, someone who's got a future at Everton Football Club, not someone who's leaving. Stop being sentimental and stop going back to going back and it's just, what's the point?
Safety, isn't it? Comfort in, a comfort player, isn't it? I think for me, when you're looking at sort of the makeup of that team and you're thinking about that, the midfield's the most interesting one because it's got the most competition. I think you're right. I think if Norgard gets up to speed, and he is a little bit behind the rest of the squad, which is why he is at Finch Farm, trying to catch up with that fitness levels. He will be in the team for me because he's the only one who is an actual number 6. So then when you look at that midfield competition, you've just named, you think James Garner. We don't know whether Everton are confident Garner will be fit for Palace, but who knows? But when he is fit and up and running, and it's Dewsbury all, them 3 you would imagine.
Who would you think was James Garner's understudy? If you're going to have understudies?
Hackney probably. Yeah, but I don't know, because Armstrong or Hackney would be one of those two. See, Hayden Hackney's an interesting one because he travels well with the ball. He's got an eye for a pass and he scores. So you might go, well, is he Kieran Dewsbury Hall then? I don't know. I think we've got the 6, which is Norgard. And now we've got Armstrong, Garner, Dewsbury Hall, Merlin Roll, who can all play higher than that, haven't we? Have I left anyone out there? No, but them. Armstrong, Roll, Garner, Dewsbury Hall, Hackney, they all play ahead of Norgard, don't they, in that team? So they're almost like a mix that can do everything. And I don't really like 4-2-3-1. I think Dewsbury Hall's better deeper anyway. So I'd like it. I'd like it. Sort of, but what I would like, or a 4-1.
4-1, but you'd have Dewsbury Hall.
I'd have him either side. If it's like a V, which a lot of midfield are now, I would have him one side and whoever on the other of it, being busy and getting involved.
You're trying to make us more defensive.
I'm not.
When we can't score more goals. No, I'm not.
Anyway. Because if we play Dewsbury Hall in a pocket, there's a lot of games where he can't get in the game. So therefore, him coming and getting involved gets us playing.
What if we play Alcaraz then?
Well, I was just going to say, the competition is really strong for midfield. So where does that leave Alcaraz? Because Alcaraz, for me, if he's going to stay, his only position is in a 4-2-3-1, which is off the striker.
Moyes isn't going to switch it. He played that. He's played it when he was at West Ham for 3.5 years.
No,
and it worked. I think when we got Alcaraz in on the loan, he was one of our best players till the end of the season because he worked a lot harder. He got the goal at Palace, got the goal at Newcastle. You know, he had the post stuff in his debut against
had the assist
Bournemouth.
Against Ipswich as well for Beto's header, didn't he, from the left? And he
whipped it in. It wasn't really whipped, though. He sort of knuckleball.
But the thing with him is, though, you're right, but then last season, the manager, you can say, when we signed him, it was like, that's good, he's going to give the manager a headache here. The manager hardly played. He had injuries as well. But he fell out of favour with Moyes and suggesting by Everton's contract what they offered him. The manager wasn't fully convinced with him anyway. So is he someone you think will stay? Because Everton effectively have got 2 years left with Charlie with the option. Is he someone you can see just being a squad player? I do think if Everton got an offer for him, they'd sell him. But is he someone you think would just be a squad player? Whereas I think Irabunum will go.
I think he's different to the other players.
Yeah.
But I also don't think he's got a lot of in-game intelligence either.
Yeah. I'll be sure Everton should that, didn't he?
So, I think Hackney might be able to take his place. But, yeah, there's nothing like that sort of makes me feel like there's any real need to keep him.
See, I do believe I think I could be wildly wrong here. And I'm sure people will like to put
he starts the first game against Palace.
No. Point it out to me on September 1st.
That'd be great to see.
But I think Everton will move on Patterson, McNeil, Irabunum and Alcaraz and Travers. I think by the time the window shuts, I think certainly 4 of them may well have gone and 5 of them might go.
Yeah.
I think Mark Travers, from his perspective, the lad wants to play.
He's
27.
He's too young.
He wants to play. Doesn't want to sit on Everton's bench.
But I don't believe he came in and thought he was going to replace.
No, but he probably thought, I'll go there, I'll work with Jordan Pickford for a year and I'll see how the land lies. But Pickford's really strong, isn't he? And he's the England goal. He's only 32, he's not 35.
I'm not better than Tom King either.
And we've got like Tom King, whose hair's tremendous. So I think Everton will be looking for a free transfer goalie. Maybe we had a little nibble at a couple.
We had Dubravka, and then he's
sort of like some Spurs, London, isn't it, and all that. But so I think 5 of them could go out.
Yeah.
And then Everton obviously have to bring some replacements in for them because the manager's already said last season the squad is too small. And I said yesterday or this morning, he might have meant the squad's too small as in players I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Maybe
quality.
Not numerically,
just
but the quality.
Innit?
But Everton's still going to have to pad that out as well. But we have got right now, and if you wanted to put Dwight McNeil in there, you could if you wanted.
Why would you say
No, but what I'm saying is 9 players for 3 positions.
Yeah.
So really 3 of them being moved on still leaves you with 6. And then again, that conundrum is right back with Harrison Armstrong again. Because this is a lad I think once he's fully established in Everton's team, could be key for Everton for a few years. He's only 19, not 20 till January. He's a fantastic prospect. But I don't know what you do with him. But I want to see him. Like last week, he got 20 minutes. But I'd want to see him start tomorrow.
We have too many midfielders, is what it feels like the problem is.
But then, as someone pointed out, it's a couple of injuries and you're threadbare again, so you can't. That's why I think
this is why people are like, you've got to be prepared to just cull, haven't you?
No,
like,
you know.
I said, like, I say this without any malice or whatsoever, but Timmy Abuna's not good enough. People want him to be good enough, but he isn't good
Zach
enough.
wants him to be good enough.
We all want him to be good enough, but he ain't good enough, and you have to make a decision, and that's recruitment, isn't it? That's just pure recruitment. You've just said how many midfielders you've got there. You haven't meant in all those permutations. Then you didn't mention Tim Abuna once.
Because I think he'll go. That's why.
No, but
if he was staying, I liked him. I've said it before, right? I liked Tim Abuna. I think he's got some stuff that is fantastic. The physicality of him, brilliant. I think he's tremendous tackler, and I think when he gets on the ball and he's running with it, I think he's hard to stop. He still gives the ball away far too cheaply in games, and he gives it away in dangerous positions. And there's a lot of games where he's up and down. I think it's one thing building a squad, but we don't want to just build a squad and go, well, we'll let that player mature enough. Evertonians, we see it every day in this. We see it. I hear it at the match. People want to see Everton improving, and it's about turning players over, isn't it?
It's about, but also it's like that thing of like, this is why you want players of different ages as well. So we've brought 3 midfielders in. One's 32, one's 20. What's happening? 24, 25.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 there, and then what you don't want is and this is what we've got in midfield, is we've got Mail and Roll, Tiernan Abunam, and Harrison Armstrong. And okay, Mail and Roll and Tiernan Abunam are a bit more similar in age, but probably closer in like development. And it's like, well, you're waiting for them all to come good. Yeah. Like the only way they're gonna come good is if they play, and they're not all going to play. No. So one's just been bought. One's like coming through the youth ranks that is young and we want to see do really well, and one's Tim Burnham that we could probably make 10 million quid on. So I know which one I'm going to sell, and I think I think out of where they can go as players, I think Harrison Armstrong being 19's got a much better opportunity. So. And I just think we have to stop being this football club that collects players that walk out the door for free. Yeah. We have to be prepared to sell players when it's the right time. And that's what I'm saying about like being prepared to just say, and I know you can have that thing of like, well, someone could get injured and you could get injured, but you could say that. You could have a freak season where like every player in position gets injured and it's like it doesn't really matter how many players you have, they just continue to get injured. I think you've just got to be prepared. I think we've got that many midfielders that we can afford to sell a couple of them. We can afford to sell Irabunam. We can afford to sell Charlie Alcaraz, and we've still got loads left. Yeah. And I think we've got the kind of midfield as well where they can actually go, well, James Garner can play as a 6, but he can also play as an 8. And they're intelligent enough to move back and forth. So for me, I'm just getting rid of players now and just using that money to bring in better footballers who can play in other positions.
Well, it is with Irabunam, isn't it? If you look at we've just mentioned 6, Everton have got 6 there. Because if you go through them, and this is how you get to the 6, and you say, well, he's outside the 6, right? Norgard, new signing, gonna play. Number 6, he's gonna play, isn't he? And he's a quality footballer, and he's just been in a team that got to the squad rather. Got to the Champions League final and won the league. Yeah. Then you've got James Garner, who people would lose their heads if Aston Villa bought him. He was linked with Villa and Newcastle. People were like, what? They were stupid links, but they were there. People would not want to sell James Garner as Everton's player of the season. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, for me, absolute key in Everton's team. Key. Goals, assists, and on the ball. So there's 3. Harrison Armstrong, people would go berserk, and rightly so, if Everton even entertained selling him. So he's number 4. We've just bought Hayden Hackney, Championship Player of the Year. I watched him I seen him against Stoke, thought, hey, he wants to get on the ball. I watched him last week, really good on the ball. Spoke to a few Middlesbrough fans who were like, he's brilliant, and honestly, he'll do really well. And we only just bought him, so he's there to stay. So there's 5. So already Tim's 5th, 6th rather. Yeah. And then there's Marlon Roll, who's been Everton's player, pre-season player so far. Can play in a few positions, just bought him, gets about around the pitch, range, he got a goal in him. So there's 6. So already Tim's number 7 of them 6, and I think I've justified the other 6 positions first over Tim. And then obviously Charlie's 8.
He's also got 1 year left on his contract.
And he's got less than a year left.
Yeah.
So unless you're going to give him, and I've just put a little poll up quickly, what would you do as Everton? He's given a new contract or sell him there. You can't just leave it and see what's what, because like you said, we can't have play, especially a 23, 24-year-old walking out the door for nothing. We just can't.
He's got some really good attributes.
No, he has.
But then if the point is like at 23, then he should be starting every week. And the manager's just made a decision to buy number 6
and bring another midfielder.
So I'm doing it from that point of view. I'm looking at it from the point of view of like, we've got to stop collecting players and having all of those players. And Tim, Charlie, Alcaraz, if they are surplus, then let's move them on and let's replace them with other players. Then that can play in positions that we really need.
Yeah,
we have to. We've got loads of midfielders, and at times you do scratch your head of where they're all going to fit in. So,
well, what happens with Marlon Roll? Because Marlon Roll's been excellent pre-season so far. Now listen, there's another 3 pre-season games, and he might not be any good in any of the 3, but he looks fit and he's on it, and he took his goal really well last week, and he's just looked like he's right on it. Looks fit. Played right back, he's played right wing back, and he played right wing and then centre mid last week. What do we do with him? Because there's no guarantee. If everyone's fit on day 1, Norgard plays, doesn't he?
Yeah.
James Garner plays. And Kieran Dewsbury all plays. So like Ped said, he's either on the right wing, which is where he might start because Illy might go on the left. But other than that, how's he getting in over the other 3? He's not at the moment, is he? So he's either right back, right wing, or he's not in the team.
It came out today, The Athletic, that we've been in advanced talks to get Wan-Bissaka in. Would he start against Palace if we got him?
Wan-Bissaka? I imagine so.
But
depends how fit he is, but I imagine.
I don't know. I feel like he'd be on the bench, but I think the decision's up to where it's up to Roll. If he does want to play and he's willing to play wherever Moyes wants him, but we know that'll be right back, right wing, or he won't be in. Yeah, like you're saying, he won't be in the centre mid. But I don't think I think we watched him in the centre mid, and we sort of know that we've got quality in the centre mid. And when we put him on the wing against City, he was brilliant. And at right back, he's been good. So I think if we don't get anyone, let's say Wan-Bissaka's our top target, then let's play Roll at right back. All right, I want to see Marlon Roll start. Like you said, he's been our best player in pre-season so far. And I think it's just better if he is in the lineup some way.
Is it a case right now then, because we're looking at maybe placeholders and stuff, is it a case then that we should be looking to just get Marlon Roll in that team anywhere at the moment, because he has looked sharp in pre-season. He gives us, if it is right back, he is quick, and he does try to get on the overlap rather than going back to.
I think he'll start right midfield. This first start of the season. I think he'll start right midfield. I think
it makes sense to be.
I think the manager likes having one, doesn't he? Who's if you haven't got a Grealish in on one and one on the other side, I think he'll start right midfield. And I think over all the other players, I think the manager trusts. I think the manager's always sort of trusted him since he come in, or certainly liked him. And I think he knows what he can get from him. So he's sort of untried at right back, even though we're saying that he can play right back. He is sort of untried, not played there that much. So he'll still probably play Jake O'Brien, which is just misery, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll all shake out, won't it? It'll all shake out. I think for that.
It's frustrating, isn't it? Because you want, I think when you're trying to build a team, this is what they're trying to do. You'd hope that you'd get your starting positions in, and then everything else is on top, isn't it? You're trying to build onto what you've got, but I guess, yeah.
I think we just need to, as I said, I just think we need to be. I know obviously it still hasn't shook out yet, has it? Like, no, it's still not shook out. And
well, I heard something from Sky Sports this morning saying the data they've got, this is the slowest window for years.
Yeah, Forest haven't bought 7 players.
No,
yet.
Exactly. If Forest aren't buying 9 in like a day, then is the transfer window?
So the players wait. So let's be honest, the players we're trying to shake off. If our sort of where we are in the market hasn't sort of started kicking off yet, then certainly that bit of the market's not going to get going yet, because that's all that happens, isn't it? It's become now it's a trickle down effect, isn't it? So we haven't started yet. And when we get a couple more in, then maybe that's when we go, we can afford to sell. I mean, I don't quite understand that, why we're not. We know Patterson will be leaving, so why are we like? For me, it is a case of just binning them. Some of the other ones I get is a little bit different, but
maybe just getting them up to.
I just think it's just persuade them to go and just get a decent deal and let them go. And I think that opens up more space for other people, and then you're not tempted to. And I think sort of like going back to Tim would be like one of the last ones, wouldn't he? But I think for the others, some of the others, get rid. This idea that Patterson's going to play for money, it's just not going to happen, is it? As much as anyone wants it or feels like it could happen, or this could be, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You've still got to try and get the best deal you can. No, we have, haven't we? So maybe that's why they probably don't want to bomb him out totally, because they want to. And if Everton he's under contract, so therefore, I suppose Everton have got to sort of give him.
I don't think anyone's started this window though. Liverpool haven't been linked to someone like Bellingham or Mbappe, which they usually are at this time.
That's normally themselves doing that though. But yeah,
no, there's not been apart from Morgan Rogers to Chelsea and Anderson. There's not been like if Vinicius Junior is going to go to Arsenal, that would have been like the signing of like the summer. But not being very.
He just used them to get a better deal.
Yeah, he has. But I'm saying like if that were to happen, that would have been like the biggest deal. There's been nothing.
Oh, it is a bit.
Teams are just getting more players and for less instead of better players.
We didn't spend 25 million on Rowe. It was like 19 million plus bonuses if he does certain things, so it wasn't quite that high. But I get your points, that's fair enough, but he's been excellent this pre-season as well. Richie Rage says Rowe's been crossing the balls in training, so suggests he's going to be on that right.
Dibbling's crossing
off the left-hand side, but his left foot would be unbelievable.
Literally, I'm not being funny, I don't think I've ever seen anyone with that ability.
I mean, that's a massive overstatement from you.
Who else could cross a ball like that?
You mean in Everton squad?
Yeah. Any
Hammers. Isn't it mad? Player on the side that he's that foot and he can put great crosses in. A mad concept.
Science.
Instead of everyone just deciding
I've not seen that
or everything has to be inverted.
Since Luca Dean, I've not seen
delivery, Baines. They're the thing. Mm-hmm. Why not? I mean, wouldn't it be a little bit sensible sometimes for Everton to just go, I know, Tyler, just go on the left for 20 minutes. Let's see what you like. See if you can get on the outside and put crosses in. Just try it.
Change it up.
What about Dwight on the left?
No, let's not talk about Dwight. Unless he's leaving.
Yeah, let's move on from that.
He's got a nice Spider-Man tattoos though.
He does. Ted's got a good goal.
Loads of tattoos, hasn't he?
Ted's got a good goal first.
He's got a lovely left foot, Dwight McPartland, but let's leave it at that.
James has got a good left.
Well, he wants to go, doesn't he? He wants to move because he wants to play the lad, so fair enough. There's no players leave football clubs. So we don't need to cling on, do we?
Who wants to play?
All players want to play, don't they? All players, most players want to play, I think. Unless you're like a third choice keeper. Although I imagine Tom King fancies
Best
it.
job in the world, isn't it? Though?
But that is the best. I mean,
the best job in the world.
The best job in the world is number 3 for Man City, isn't it? Richard Wright, who is now their goalie coach. You know, they've had, didn't they have Scott Carson as well?
Yeah, but didn't he play in like near the end of the season because both of them were out? And like
Carson played, didn't he? Richard Wright never. Scott Carson played the odd one game against, was it Wolves or something?
No, it was Newcastle away.
Was it?
They won 4-3, I think.
But that is the greatest job in the world, isn't it? Because you train every day. You're under no pressure.
Well, hang on, no. What about Tingo? Who was the one for England in the World Cup? Who wasn't even part of the squad?
Oh, just got taken.
And they just made a big deal of him when they got the third choice game.
Who?
Third medal game. Who was it? Was it Sam Johnson?
No, it was the other one. It was Brighton keeper.
Yeah.
Jason Steele.
Yeah. Who sounds like some kind of jag superhero.
Yeah.
They made a massive
Jason
deal out of him. Like, what was he doing? Fluffing.
He just
What was he doing? Incredible.
He just went to the World Cup and got to wear the lanyard, and they all clapped him and brought him through to the England because he was there to keep
he
it all.
carry the ghetto black.
They're good at Uber Eats, they said. He's like got a great account on Uber Eats, so he's sorted.
If they were going for
Or whatever the American one is. What's the American one called?
DoorDash,
that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
still, he's got a good Uber Eats.
No, but he's got a good.
Eaters DoorDash.
He's got a DoorDash. Good, great DoorDash account.
If they're going for morale, why didn't they get Tom King, who apparently gives better team talks than Vitor Pereira? When they went on that run.
Maybe Wolves should have given him the job as the manager. He might have stayed up. Who knows?
Tom King to be our next manager. Gotta follow on that.
Has Ivan Toney been charged with? I don't know. Someone just said that. I don't know.
Betting on himself.
No, fighting.
The fighting there. Mad. He wasn't even third choice Crimson. He was fourth choice.
He wasn't in the squad.
He wasn't even in the squad.
He was just there. He was there for the vibe.
That's what I was saying.
For the vibe.
Full on DoorDash account. Yeah. He lived the dream. He's absolutely just had a great holiday in America and Mexico for a few weeks, and then he got brought forward and clapped on the third place thing. They all clapped him. So, Al Clark said, "Would sell loan Armstrong and sell Armstrong."
Who said that?
Move on from that comment.
And keep Tim. We don't have Harrison Armstrong has got the potential to be miles better than Tim Irabun, like miles better. I have to disagree there. I totally disagree. Sorry. No, hey, we know Tom King couldn't have gone. He's in the Welsh squad.
Yeah, he could.
But he still could have gone.
He could have gone.
Because Jason Steele wasn't in the Welsh.
He as a cheerleader.
Oh, Tom King Welsh.
Yeah. He could have gone and been the cheerleader because Jason Steele wasn't in the England.
The manager's German.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. So yeah. Let's see anything popping up here. George Baketa says send Patterson to Coventry. It's Lampard's player.
Hang on, Tom King was born in Plymouth.
Yeah, but he's in the Welsh squad. He's a Welsh international. Lob Staskis says he's already better than Tim. He is. I think David Moyes thinks he's much better as well, and there's a reason why Man City is sniffing around him in Liverpool. He's gonna be a big player, I think, Armstrong. Yeah. But there you go. Crimson says, playing devil's advocate, if now is the time to sell Big Tim for 15 or 20 million, is that the same for Njai, who's at sort of his peak, to get 70 million for?
I think he's at his peak, yeah.
I've said before, if there's a bid, you sell him. Doesn't mean you want to sell him, but I think for someone in Jai, if he's not willing to sign a contract and there's a big bid on the table, then you'd have to. If you can get players in quick, obviously the longer it goes, then you don't sell them because obviously the closer it gets into the season. But Obviously, you know, you'll only have 2. You'll have 2 years. You're losing money on him all the time, and it's what you're getting back, isn't it? If he's doing the business on the pitch, then fair play.
Yeah. Lobster bisque, I think it sounds better like that. Change it to that. Yeah, if Tim could, if Tim's passing ability was better, decision making, you'd never sell him because he's physically a great athlete in that middle of the park. But the fact that the manager's sort of like, you know, not sure, we can let him go because we've got others. Sort of saying. People say Garner Gay gave the ball away.
Not as much as Tim.
We didn't. If you go and look at his stats, it's like 93% or 92% his passing accuracy in a Burnham's way down.
He could also, well, I say he could shoot. He did the bar quite a few times this season.
He did score a few goals though. The fact Merlin Rolls scored more in this the handful of games he had last season, and Tim has
2 assists last season for Tim. Assist in the derby, by the way, to Tarkowski. Let's not forget this.
We're not forgetting it.
No.
That wasn't last year, that was the year before.
Who got the last assist in a Merseyside derby, Coulson?
Put that on his
give him a 10-year contract then.
Put that on his honours list.
Give him a 10-year contract then.
Zach has got a love for Tim at Burnham.
It's not good enough.
You have got a love.
He's not good
You got man of the match in the Man City game.
We didn't win.
Tim at Burnham.
He's not good enough.
Phil Everton said, I'd agree at end of the season, if no new contract selling Jai, but not now, if we can help it. But now, it'd be 100 mil. Not because that's its true value, but that's where the market's at. No one's paying that, though, are they?
For who?
For Jai. No, he's
Boy, man, Tim.
Not for Tim at Burnham.
No one's paying 100 million for Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Rodgers is 117.
I know, but the thing is...
Hang on, how many goals did Rodgers score last season?
Yeah, Rodgers is good.
Yeah, but do you want to do like around the world for 10 minutes straight? Or
I'm quite happy watching it.
Would you rather goals? So you've got to think about just around the world.
Yeah.
Jai's a bit of a freestyler, isn't
Danny plays football, says, can we not keep Tim as a squad option? Well, we could, but we'd have to give him a new contract.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. If he had 2 years left, it wouldn't even really be a discussion. He'd just be like, he's fine being in the squad.
No, I still think it would be a discussion because we get more money for him.
No, I know, but what I mean is it's a more pressing matter right now because he's got...
Yeah, it is a more pressing matter.
And if you don't make the decision now, come January, he can sign a pre-contract.
I think we're trying to build a team that tries to keep the ball. I think that's what we're trying to do, aren't we?
Yeah,
he doesn't keep the ball well enough. And I honestly don't know if that's something you can learn, though. I don't know if that's something you can... He's a Premier League player, and I don't know whether he can learn that at 23, keeping the ball, making the right decision. He doesn't make the right decisions. And I just think it's, for me, it's just one of those things. It is just, it's just not being nasty or anything. I just think for me, it's just like, move them on. We've got players. Let's see what happens.
Probably go to like City or Madrid or something.
Probably. People fall up. Look at Ned.
Guy says Tim's better than Norgard.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm a Spurs fan and clearly hasn't got a pot of glue about what he's talking
massively bitter towards Arsenal.
Norgard. Forget what happened last year. Norgard was fantastic for Brentford.
Don't look at all his stats. His stats are ridiculous. Like, for what he does as that number 6. So Tim isn't... If Tim becomes the player Norgard is, then he'll have been a really good player.
He's very good.
No one's saying that. But Doug says Tim is not in the same league as Norgard. What is happening?
I mean,
of all the players, why is Irabunum the one everyone's overrating?
No one's overrating. In fact,
I feel like you overrate
he's
him.
quite underrated.
I feel like you overrate him.
Tim does lack discipline. I agree. Nearly got sent off last week in Hamburg.
Anyone else remember that tackle in the Sunderland game where he just decided to try and 2-foot the lad?
Yeah. He is a bit rash, to say the least.
He's got to be like one of the most dirty players to not have a red shirt in the Premier. I mean, Michael Keane's had a red last season. And
He deserved it, though. You can't go around pulling people's hair.
A lot. Yeah, Connor says Coventry and Ipswich are both signed midfielders need Hull to put the bid in. But Sim.
Why are they promoted sides? He's well too good for them.
Andrew, doesn't matter. He didn't give the ball away. Patricia was a key. It was really important to Everton. Really important.
I do judge people on whether they think Adissa Garnegay is a good player or not, and if the answer is no, then I...
He didn't, to be fair, he didn't say he
No,
wasn't a
no,
good
but
player.
I did read the comment, and I find the lack of respect disrespectful.
Yeah.
I'd still have him now. I'd have him.
Adissa was why PSG have him? PSG had Messi, Mbappe, Neymar.
People are mad.
And they were just like...
He played more than they did.
And they needed someone to just win the ball and give it to the good players, and that's what he did.
John McCulloch said City will be wanting someone to replace Rodri. The only logical replacement is him.
You said no.
Didn't they just pay 150? No, I know that's a jokey comment, but they have just paid 115 million.
And he's a member.
He said, I'm still hoping Ghana does a Pistoni. He's already signed for the team. It's Saudi. Yeah, signed for the Saudi team. Yeah.
Are you sure?
They announced it.
I'm not 100% sure he signed for anyone, have they?
They announced it.
No, I think someone threw a picture up of him, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it's been... It's one of those things where you see it so much that you might believe it, but I'm not...
Oh, mate, on football, he's still an Everton player for some reason.
I'm not 100% sure he's been announced as a player. I'm not saying he's not signed.
No, I thought he had been announced.
No, I think it's one of those things where you just get... Everyone talks about something, and Fab Romano puts a picture of him up, gets his little boy to do a picture, and you just go, well, he's signed, but I don't think he's actually signed for them.
Okay. He's not.
Fair play.
So the dream is still alive. He might be whack.
Oh my God.
I mean, he won't because we've got 48 midfielders.
Doesn't matter, he gets in front of
There you go.
all of them, apart from Tim.
Yeah, there you go. Where are we? Al says I'd have Tim over Alcaraz, Armstrong, Norgard and Hackney. Tim just needs to be... You'd have Tim over Norgard, Hackney and Armstrong. All right.
Who's...
Al, are you on holiday and it's a bit hot? Have some water, my mate.
Al Clark.
Al's having a shocker. Everyone's... Listen, I'll be honest. Each to their own. Everyone's got their own view, so it's fine.
Subscriber there, my friend.
I says, would you rather have Lukic or Norgard? Norgard. Is this Lukic you was at Fulham? That one? Have Norgard every day of the week and twice on a Sunday, mate. Yeah, he defo does now. Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Romano, he defo just Photoshop.
Yeah, but he doesn't Photoshop.
He doesn't.
I mean, Leipzig have just had them off, haven't they?
Yes, small people to do
Leipzig have had them off with the Diamandi stuff today, like.
Time out this way.
Why did he say he was going to?
Really, here we go now. What is it?
Here we actually go.
Here we actually go.
Because he said he was going somewhere else.
No, he said he was going to Madrid, but it was last week. It was like, it's done, he's making his way there now. And then Leipzig are like, there's no deal done, mate.
Yeah, but ultimately he did go to Real Madrid.
No, I know, but...
So really, he sort of can just go...
Here we go. He is
but
the ultimate
he can just sort of go, well, I was a week ahead, he is.
He's defo the ultimate tapping.
No, he is, but...
Put up Holland to James, time out, die Spurs, for trying to compare Lukic to Norgard.
Everyone sees football differently, it's no issue.
No, he's just doing this.
It's no issue. I don't agree. I'd rather have Norgard. Lukic, if you're talking about the lad at Fulham, not a fan.
He's gone to Ipswich, 9 million.
Has he? Yeah. Not for me, but he's to their own, isn't he? Richie Ray says, Adris's stats most seasons was top or second for tackles, one of the best in holding midfielder roles.
Him and Norgard.
His thing were big. His numbers were tremendous. And he's just consistent.
Like, that's the point, isn't it? You want players who are like 7 out of 10 every single week, and their tackles and their passes are consistent, and that's what you got. Yeah. We'd like to say, Tim, they're up at, like, one day he had the worst game anyone's ever had against Newcastle. 3 days later, had a belting game against Bournemouth. It's like, it doesn't... He's 23 now, and this is my point is, he has to play every single game then. If he's like, he's at that point where it's like,
he is,
the only way you're going to get rid of those edges is by playing him. And if that means he has to go somewhere else, and if he goes somewhere else and suddenly he's boss, it happens, it's football. But he won't get those games for us. So what's the point of him sitting on the bench for a year, winding down his contract? That's where we've all got to start going.
I also, no one's saying, I've seen, it was it Toffee Blue said, are we saying Tim has no potential? No. I'm not saying that. I like Tim Irabunam. I think the physicality of him is excellent. I think he's a really, like I said before, he's good at winning the ball back and he's good at travelling with it. Gives the ball away cheaply. People run off him a little bit too easily. So he's got those holes in his game, like Ped just said. He ain't getting rid of them until he plays and plays and plays and plays every week. He ain't doing that at Everton.
And he also isn't like an Idrissa in terms of like he sweeps up. A lot of what he does is pressing high.
Yeah.
We don't play that.
We don't play that way.
We don't play that way.
So it's a you know, he's got good potential. Yeah. I think if he went to Hull, he'd do well. I think they play him every week, and he'd do well. Yeah, or you know, sell on whatever. But,
I like that shot.
So
Man City put a 25% clause in James Stafford's move to Leeds.
And still got 40-odd million for him.
He's the most expensive English goalie ever. Twice.
It's incredible, isn't it? See if he can catch a ball this season. Might do all right.
He was quite good last season.
When he was up with Burnley, he was one of the key reasons Burnley went down. He was dreadful.
He is also sick.
He was dreadful. But he's got the potential to replace Pickford. If he's got to get the potential right.
He will replace Pickford.
Yeah, he's got to start catching a ball. He's massive, and he's got to start being able to shot actual shots on goal because he's too slight. I said this when he came up and played with Burnley. The amount of corners that was only a couple of years ago. The amount of things that he just got underneath off corners. In fact, Everton scored 2 against him. He was like a child in goal. Again, in a men's game, so he's got to start commanding that. If he does that, he'll definitely get in instead of Pickford in a couple of years, and he'll do well at Leeds because he'll play every week. So he'll have to. But it is mad. He's gone for so much money both times. Well, yeah, just because he's not played loads of games. Don't forget, he got taken out for Jurek when Burnley were that bad because he kept letting goals in, and then Jurek come in and he was letting them roll under it.
Sorry, who's Jurek?
What's his name?
Murek.
Same thing. Jurek. Yeah, the Burnley goalie was rubbish.
He also hit the ball against James.
There you go. Rob Williams, who's a YouTube member, says spot on, Ped. We need to take the sentimentality out of it.
Yeah.
That's the only way we're sort of going to improve, isn't it? We all like players and we go, I can see it and all that. And sometimes you've got players in your squad that aren't, you can see that they're gonna be good players or they've got really good attributes, but they're just not good enough to get in your team all the time. So, we'll see. Mark Mack says James Trafford is the modern day Steve Simonson.
No, he's not. I think he'll turn out to be a really good goalkeeper.
Probably just needs a couple of seasons playing regularly.
Yeah.
And then, you know, eyeing it out. He's getting on now as well. He's not like 19 anymore. So he's what is he, 23 now or something? So he should be starting to come into his own as a goalkeeper.
We should go after Restas from Toulouse. He's really good. He's mad.
Benji says Irabunam is an average midfielder. He's good at certain aspects, but you can see him. You can see his flaws. If he can make a decent profit on him, we should move on. Gray Lee says, let's be real here, lads. Everton had too many below average players masquerading as footballers with a sprinkling of quality in the team. There's too many wage thieves at the club and too much acceptance from fans to watch below mediocre footy from a dour manager. Fair play, say what you think. I disagree with that. Little bits of it I agree with, but other bits I disagree with. Luke says, if Garner won't be fit for Palace, then I'd like to see a midfield 3 of Norgard, Dewsbury, and Armstrong. Be good for us to try and see us dominate the ball at home.
Dominate.
Yeah. Jay says, Patterson must feel like the kid who was never picked by anyone at school. The only right back at the club, and we play anyone else but him. Must be really humiliating. He could probably get over it if we were really good. Bill says Roll should be right wing and Jay on the left wing. Well, that's what might happen. Let's Be Avenue said, want to see us taking the brakes off with Asnu, Illy and George. Half each up the left and Roll dibbling on the right. The result doesn't, this is about tomorrow, you're right, the result doesn't matter. Put in another decent performance.
He's a Tim's turn at right back.
Sarah Blues fan says you need a squad of players that if you use 5 in the game, the quality doesn't drop significantly.
Yeah.
We could do that just with midfield players. Jay says Everton won't sign Grealish. We can't know if he's over his injury unless he plays. He ain't playing for City and we're not committing 250 grand a week or whatever he's on. Sentiment is killing us. Get Georgian and Jag, play down the left. Everyone crying about the 23 shirt. How many got off after Sunderland? Everyone loves Seamus, but retire the shirt. Come on. The shirt shouldn't be getting retired.
That is true.
Let's sort of get a grip here about retiring shirts. Stop it.
Yeah. Unless he died.
John said, I like how Alcaraz gets forward with the ball. Do you think we should get rid of him?
Yes.
If he's not going to play, then what are we doing with him? That's the only question, really. Stephen Drydale says, I really don't want Alistair Johnston as injury record scares me. Anita says, is Alcaraz our only number 10? Says Alcatraz, but I know what you mean. Let's be having you said, don't want to be seeing O'Brien at right back, Michalenko left back, or McNeil anywhere other than that. I'll be happy. But if we're being realistic, I'm not going to be happy. Owen says, got to give Dibbling minutes. I want to give Dibbling games. He needs a run of games. Can't be judged on what we've seen so far. He's only 19, 20, but yeah. Can't bail on him already. I'd hardly any game time has been mismanaged by Moyes. He'll be one of those players if we let go to haunt us in the future. Mendoza says, all I want to see from the Stuttgart game is McNeil on the bench for 90 minutes. John says, if you were to put one Everton player in your fantasy team this season, who would it be?
I've got Arsenal and Michalenko.
Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah, he's the safest. Ian says, open for more openness from the Hamburg game and more goals. Also a solid defensive display.
Who was the one who said, can't wait for the season to finish?
That'd be great lead.
The best shout I've ever heard.
Rich the Blues says, I hope they're crap and we beat them 5-0. Well, they've won like 8-1 and 7-0 and stuff, but they have only played like German 4th division teams.
I'll be honest, I hope they've got an absolute amazing left winger. Just saying. Just to highlight stuff. Or just to show how good our right back is.
Where's Llewellyn? Oh no,
and we can go, ooh, we've got a boss right back, haven't we? Ooh.
James Garner was our best right back. Ooh. But he was also our best midfielder. So when's are we getting up to a cloning?
With what? Cloning people? Why are we trying to clone?
Just play James Garner right back and then play him in the midfield.
Why do we always find the really hard solutions to easy things? Just go and buy a right back.
They are trying to. I'm sure they will.
Nobody wants to clone people. Imagine if he was,
because James Garner was very good.
Imagine if he was our director of football and he goes looking for players, lads. Well, we've bought a cloning machine from China.
China. Yeah, but you could then clone in Jack.
James,
clone Garner, play him at right back.
Hey, they do good ones. If you're after one, I can sort you out. I just clone a machine. I've just got to put it on my Instagram.
Oh, okay, and you sorted, yeah. Where are we here? Sorry. Elliot Cosgrove says George is taking it by the balls in pre-season. Dibbling gets the ball, looks up and does a backwards pass, no confidence at all. That is correct. He does look like his confidence is shot, but
what I want to know is,
gotta play through it.
By Spurs, why are we only playing 9 players?
Why? What's he done? Pick the team.
No, he's put who's your starting 9 for the start of first game. He's used Roman numerals wrong.
It's probably him.
I didn't know that was possible to use the Roman numerals wrong. But
Jack says, I hope Stuttgart have a boss right back.
Yeah. Remember we used to do that?
Yeah. Like
remember we used to play someone and go, they have boss right back, and you go, sign him. Maybe not glasses might be the best thing.
He's done it.
Yeah, God.
Matt Comer says, we've gone from signing Wan-Bissaka to Dolly the sheep level cloning. Yeah. I love Everton. It's a Friday live, why wouldn't we? Last week we were reviewing PlayStation 4 games like I'm the Farmer or something, if you remember.
Farmer
Simulator or something.
2017.
Yeah. Danny Ellis says, Garner right back. Jimmy Gardner right midfield, sorted.
Sad.
Why don't they ever play Jimmy Gardner right back?
I don't know.
Well, he spoke very highly of
He
him.
did. He rates Jimmy Gardner really highly. Where are we there? We will need him for Europe next year, says Matthew Scully, but I don't know if he means Tim.
Stop talking about Tim Boonham like he's the fucking second coming.
No.
Jesus Christ.
He said that. I thought I was just laughing at Europe.
Bournemouth signed Juan Luis Sanchez today. Fair play to them. Fair play to them.
We do this all the time, though. We talk up our dead average players.
What are you on about?
And our good players, we're like, oh, we're not sure about him.
Here we
It's
go.
like, come on.
Hall 2, Iffy, says, why are you constantly hyping Ghana? Don't get it. Good player. Why are we happy with what we have? It's a poor squad at best. We'll struggle to get top 10. Well, hang on. Who's hyping Ghana? James Garner's a good player. Just got player of the season, so you're not hyping him. Who's your favourite player, McNeil? Or someone I don't know. But
This is what I mean.
That's an odd shout.
say
People
it.
Ghana.
No. But
Don't
people
say it, Boonham.
I'm not saying
forget
it.
about
What I'm
Boonham.
saying is, people sit on our bench, and we have evidence that they're not amazing players, and yet somehow it's like, well, we've got to keep them, and it's like, what are we talking about here?
I don't think it's something about that, but
I do.
That's a weird. That's the very weird.
What if we
comment.
do this? Okay, what if we do this? What if we sell our players that don't play? Buy players who are better than the ones we've got in the team, including James Garner, and then they start playing.
Well, that's how you should do.
Instead of going, well, why don't we sell James Garner and then we'll keep all the dross players, and then the gap between the dross players and the good players is massive. So David Moyes looks at his bench and goes, I am never bringing any of you on because I would rather flog the guts out of the players who we've got on the pitch. We need a squad that is closer in quality, and that's why we have to remove, cut off, sort away, sell the poorer players and get much better players in. Why can't we start doing that? Raise the quality of the squad.
That's what you hope, wouldn't you?
Exactly right.
Pepe or Sheeny, they should just listen to you, Baz. You have all. I don't have all the answers at all, but unless I think you're being sarcastic, which is fine. But I'm just here giving an opinion.
He made you look a writing up there, mate.
Yeah, well, maybe he has, but then I don't know. I
just think you should just take a shoe off and throw it at the screen.
No, I don't care. He's sat here watching me. So
do that voice again. No, I don't want to do that voice again. I've done it once. Once is enough for that voice. I can do other voices. I'm not sure you'd like them.
Yeah, James Garner is a very good player and won Everton's player of the season last season. And other teams are looking at him, so therefore he must be a good player. No one's overhyping him.
No, I reckon we just keep
We're
him.
not Elliot Anderson.
I reckon we just sell him and keep Tim Boonham and give him a new
I'll be
step.
honest, he didn't say sell. He didn't say keep Tim Boonham rather than James Garner.
Why won't you?
He was just saying. Royal Blue Rit says, I have evidence none of them are amazing.
Listen, if you don't start piping down, I'll start barking at the camera.
Don't bark. We're never at that stage where we bark, surely.
Jack says, hope I play at a burner as we triple cut right.
Yeah, do him.
I'm going substitute.
Is he there?
Yates isn't getting game time, is he, right? Crystal Palace at home, Ida Burnham, triple captain. Boom.
He's never playing.
Triple cap, yeah, if anyone...
He can't, mate, he can't. That's fine, but he's never going to do it.
Would you seriously that in your fantasy league, just triple captain?
I'm not going to play it after game week 3.
No one plays it after the third week, do they? When you forget.
Don't tell me you played it.
I don't start it.
Doesn't even start.
I don't start it.
You don't even get paid to start it, let alone.
What is the point in wasting all the energy in the first place for something that you stop playing after 3 weeks?
It's never happened.
What's the point?
I didn't waste it. Do you want to hear me team, mate?
Well, then you've just wasted it.
Yeah, just stop. Enough.
But I have triple, whoever that Jack kid.
Yeah, he's sold you and you've done it.
No, but I remember that Jack. His name is Jack. It's not that hard, is it? It's the same name twice.
No, his name is
It's actually easier to remember Jack than Jack Kid.
It is.
His name is Jack 1.
So why did you...
Jack 1.
Just make sure you have a decent vice captain. It is Haaland.
Listen, at the end of the day, right, Ped, said it right. It's what you should be doing. You look to replace the better players in your team, and they should then theoretically drop onto your bench. And that's how you raise the level, isn't it?
Oh my God.
And the lads who are on the bench, who we all know aren't good enough, move on to other clubs, and they might become good enough at another club. But right now, for us, it's not happening, is it? And that, I think, if we can get money in for Irabunum, Dwight McNeil, Nathan Patterson, whatever it is, it may be Alcaraz, maybe Travers, whatever, and bring players in as well, that improves it all. Brilliant. That's what you have to do. And we want players to challenge. So we want, though, if we're left with those 6 midfield players, we want them all to challenge each other, don't we? That's all we want. We want them to challenge each other. We want Hackney to have to pay Middlesbrough 23 million or whatever it is for Hackney. Because if we do that, it means we've got into Europe and he's played for England and all this. We want to have to pay Chelsea, Tyreek George's top line, because it means Everton have done really well. That's what we want. We should always want to pay the selling club, the club you're buying off, the full deal when you're buying these players, because it means you've done all the things, that you've hit all the markers. Too often Everton have never really had to pay the full whack because we've never hit the markers. We've gone the other way. So,
Chloe,
again,
we have to sell players who are not good enough.
We don't have to sell.
Stop.
We don't have to sell it, Summer.
We do.
It's all paper nonsense.
Just like saying nonsense.
We should get Dodo or Fiorentina.
We need to start selling.
Because he's extinct.
And I'll be honest, if a player doesn't know how to pass at 23, I don't know if he'll ever learn how to pass. I really don't.
okay. But we do need to sell as well, and that's just football, isn't it? But we also need additions. I think.
Sorry, Chloe, you've just compared Saliba with Tim Irabunum.
No,
now I can never
right.
take anything you say seriously.
I think what he's saying is,
Chloe.
it's all about development. But Saliba was brilliant in France as well.
Sorry, why are you calling him
Saliba in France.
Worst
he was brilliant.
ever.
But it's all good. You can only sell them, Eugene, when people come in for them, though, can't you? That's the big thing. We can all go want to sell
Can you put them
him
in a trust?
You can't put it in escrow.
Just put them in a vault. Sorry, lads, there's no way.
That'd be good. That would be good if a
You
lot
have
of
to take a turn.
if a lot of clubs did that, and you could just go there like the mini mart.
That should not be deadline day
Costco.
should be.
And they're all
just
there.
loads of vaults. No, that show where they open the vaults and they pay money and they don't know what's inside.
Oh yeah.
They should do that with footy players. They should have a big hotel where they just go,
No,
right.
but you didn't know what was inside. No,
So
we'd always end up the worst.
So you go
case
round.
scenario.
No, but it's not just one team. So basically, everyone at the beginning of the day. This is an amazing idea for transfer day that I've just had in my mind. So all the players no one wants, you get rid of 4, and they all go into different rooms. And it's like just a mix up.
No,
and then you get given a thing and you go, how much are you prepared to pay? And you go, I'll pay 16 million for that room. You just go in, you get 4 players, you don't know who they are.
Yeah, but
that'd be amazing.
But what if they're all Salon and Rondon?
No, they all have to be of different tiers and different positions.
Everton had managed to go in and we'd have the worst.
Imagine deadline day, don't open it up.
Liverpool would go in and Bellingham would be there and Vinicius Junior.
Real Madrid not getting rid of Bellingham.
I know, but you just
imagine
know
deadline
that
day, opening the
happen.
door and you open up and it's that David Brent face of, oh my God.
That'd be us. We'd open it, strip, ball, get up, and we'd have Rondon back like that.
You see me?
Yes, back again.
I might back, but not yet. Never give the people what they want when they want it.
I'm the one who's typing it.
It's fine.
Right.
The last
The
team.
Irabunum thing, 79% of people are mending a poll now. Over 300 voters, 79% said sell them.
70 people said.
There you go.
Me and my 70 people standing
That's you.
together.
Someone said Jay Spearing would be in the room. Wouldn't he? We
should
like
get him in the-
16 million and we got Jay Spearing.
That's very wrong.
Luca
I think
Martina.
that's a brilliant idea. That would get deadline day going again, wouldn't it?
No.
Just opening that door. But like it'd all be fans as well, and the fans would be like, oh, and then you get
No.
the instant reactions. And you could put you could put Fab Pingo on it.
Fab Romano in there.
No, the other.
Oh, yes.
Remarkable.
You know what he's done? You know what he's done?
Marco, he's opened it. He's only got him and opened it, hasn't he? It's only Jay Spearing, isn't it? It's been Jay Spearing.
Jake
Here
Hart.
he is. Here he is. Bernard's in there.
And you got someone good in there.
It'd be amazing if you did. I know, but what if you didn't?
I know, but that's
What
where
if
it'd be
you
great.
didn't? No.
Jay Cartwright's at right back.
You'd get him.
He'd be
Going to
there.
a caravan, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the caravan club. Yeah. On that, this is gonna now go downhill, I can tell. So let's end it there. Listen, Everton Stuttgart tomorrow should be a good one. Who knows? Listen, last weekend Everton won a game in Germany, and we signed up. Well, we agreed a deal for a player. Come on, this weekend Everton win in Germany and agree a deal for a right back. Come on, you never know what's going to
Get rid
happen.
of the Spider-Man and get the Spider in.
You're never singing that.
There you go. Have a fantastic weekend up the Toffies. Thanks to everyone who's joined in, commented, and all of that. Take it easy. See you later.
We love to.